Welcome to Sports News. I'm Barang Tony Iranta. The Professional Golfers Association of Nigeria have absorbed 22 players into the elite class after 5 days of rigorous tests for 93 applicants that ended at the Kaduna Golf Club. Ayuba Izang, a multiple medal winner in golf at the National Sports Festival for Plateau State, was chosen as the best player at the qualifying event. James Okoromi of Benin Golf Club finished as the second-best qualifier, ahead of a clutch of golfers, including Emmanuel Agwom, also for Lamingo Golf Club, and Bako Kamalu from Kano Golf Club. Anyebi Odo also became the fourth member of the prominent Odo clan to join the professional ranks, towing the path of Paul, Martin, and Oche. Anyebi, who is from the Mina Golf Club, finished in the 11th position. Pt.4 fought back from the draw, the African Cup of Nations opener with Guinea, despite having Gervinho sent off early in the second half. Guinea took a 36-minute lead when Mohamed Yatara volleyed in, but the Ivorians rescued themselves when Seydou Doumbia started home in the 72nd minute. Ambrose Oyongo scored in his first goal for Cameroon to secure a point against Mali in their opening match. Sambo Yatabare had put Mali ahead when he drilled home a low slot from inside the 6-yard box. Meanwhile, Keisuke Honda scored in a third straight Asian Cup game as Japan fought off a determined Jordan to advance to the quarterfinals as group winners. The Japanese constantly stretched the Jordan defense and inevitably broke through in the 24th minute when Honda coolly slotted home a rebound at the near post. Shinji Kagawa then put the win beyond doubt 8 minutes from time when he met a long pass from Yoshinori Muto in front of goal and fired in. Iraq followed Japan from Group D after Yonis Mahmoud and Ahmed Yassin gave them a 2-0 victory over the already eliminated Palestine. Japan will face United Arab Emirates in Sydney on Friday, while Iraq play Iran in Canberra. Tennis now, the women's world #1, Serena Williams, eased to the second round of the Australian Open with a 6-love, 6-4 win against Belgian Alison van Uytvanck. Serena's sister, Venus Williams, also scaled through, beating Maria Tortoflor 6-2, 6-2, and will play fellow American Lauren Davis in the second round. Having roared through the first set, Serena was on the back foot as a 106th-ranked 20-year-old went for broke, attacking the world #1 serve and pushing her behind the baseline. Poland's Agnieszka Radwanska also advanced to the second round as she beat Japan's Kurumi Nara 6-3, 6-love. And finally, in the men's event, top seed Novak Djokovic eased into the second round of the Australian Open title with a 6-3, 6-2, 6-4 victory over Slovenian qualifier Aljaz Bedin. Djokovic barely raised sweat in his victory over the 25-year-old Bedin, who received courtside medical treatment early in the third set. The 27-year-old Serb had little trouble against Bedin, who lost the Chennai final last week to Australian Open champion Stanislas Wawrinka, winning the match in 109 minutes. Also, the defending champion, Wawrinka, defeated Turkey's Marcel Ian 6-1, 6-4, 6-1 in less than 1.5 hours on the Rod Laver Arena.
6-4, 6-2.
And that's it on Sports News for tonight. I'm Barang Tony Ranta, and Bimbo will be back with a wrap.
On the foreign scene, a second day of fighting between rebels and government forces in the Yemen capital has resulted in the ousting of the president. His whereabouts are not yet known, but he was said to have been inside the presidential palace when it was attacked today. Also, the Indonesian government has revealed one more reason why Air Asia flight QZ8501 crashed. Temitope Fagbemi has more on these stories.
Indonesia's Transport Minister Ignatius Jonan told a parliamentary hearing in Jakarta the jet climbed at a speed of 6,000 feet per minute. He reportedly said no passenger or fighter jet would attempt to climb that fast. There were no survivors when the jet crashed in the Java Sea on December the 28th en route from Surabaya to Singapore. Still in Asia, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has condemned a threat by the Islamic State group to kill 2 Japanese hostages if their government does not pay them $200 million within 72 hours. In the video, which has not been independently verified, a militant also criticizes Japan for pledging aid to countries fighting Islamic State. Mr. Abe said the threat is unacceptable and he vowed to save the hostages. Meanwhile, Shia Houthi rebels in Yemen have taken over the presidential palace and the country's capital, Sana'a. Colonel Saleh al-Jamalani, commander of the force that guards President Abu Rabu Mansur Hadi, said that the rebels moved into the palace on Tuesday afternoon. President Hadi was not at the palace during the takeover. Finally, deadly protests have erupted in the Democratic Republic of Congo over claims that President Joseph Kabila is seeking to extend his 14-year rule by delaying next year's elections. Latest reports from there says 4 people have been killed in the protest. Protesters say government plans for a census are a ploy to delay elections. And those are some of the stories making the rounds on the foreign scene.
Thank you very much. And the main news again. The Nigerian army finally broke its silence today on the controversy surrounding General Buhari's certificate and confirmed that the document is not in its possession. And the PDP has dissociated itself from a newspaper advert on the APC presidential candidate by Governor Ayodele Fayose. It said that the Ekiti State Governor's position is not that of the party. And that brings us to the end of the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Do join us again tomorrow. I'm Bimbo Luede. Good night.